Do you have a spot in your garden that doesn't get much sunlight? We have a corner just like that, where the light doesn't reach well enough for vegetables to grow. Instead of letting it sit unused, we thought about turning that shady corner into a composting area. But we don't want it to look messy or attract unwanted smells. So, we decided to convert an old plastic water tank into a compost bin. It's a great way to make use of that space, and with a few simple steps, you can set up a compost bin that stays neat and doesn't give off any bad odors. The first step is to make a big hole at the bottom of the tank. This allows earthworms to move in and out, which is really important because they help break down the compost and keep things healthy. The hole at the bottom will also let any excess water drain out, especially during rainy days, so your compost won't turn into a soggy mess. The next thing we'll do is to drill smaller holes all around the tank. These holes let air circulate inside, which is key to keeping the compost from smelling bad. Good airflow helps the material break down evenly and keeps everything from getting too moist or too dry. Once the container's ready, it's time to set it in the shady corner of your garden. Start by adding a thin layer of decomposed manure or compost at the bottom. If you don't have any on hand, don't worry. It's not absolutely necessary, but it does help attract earthworms and speeds up the composting process. Now, you're ready to add your compost materials. This can include grass clippings, fresh manure, chicken droppings, fresh leaves, soil, and uncooked kitchen scraps. Try to mix a variety of materials because a good blend of greens, fresh or moist items like leaves and vegetable scraps, and browns, dry materials like soil or straw, will break down faster and keep things balanced. After you've added your materials, sprinkle another small layer of decomposed manure or compost on top to speed things up. Then, lightly water the pile, just enough to make it damp but not soaked. Moisture is essential for the microbes that will be breaking down the materials in your compost. These microbes, along with the earthworms, will do the work of turning all that waste into rich, nutritious compost that you can eventually use in your garden. It's important to avoid adding any dairy products, meat, or cooked food to your compost bin. These items can attract pests and will start to smell bad as they break down, which we want to avoid. Stick to plant-based scraps, grass, leaves, and soil. This will keep everything fresh and working as it should. Once the composting process starts, you can occasionally stir or turn the material in your bin to keep it aerated. After a few months, you'll start to see rich, dark compost forming at the bottom, which you can use to enrich your soil and help your plants grow even better. Making your own compost bin out of an old tank is a fantastic way to turn an unused corner into something productive, helping you create free, natural fertilizer for your garden. Plus, it keeps your composting contained and low maintenance. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more tips like these.